Brothers and sisters, I was just watching this testimony about a young German girl. She's 16, and it's a video that went viral, and she's asking for help because of the condition that Germany's in regarding the influx of Muslim migrants. Not all of them are leaving from war-torn countries. That refugee for war-torn, stating that they're from war-torn nations, that's a lie. Only a few of them are. The rest are what you call economic migrants, where they're fleeing their country that is not necessarily war-torn. So it could be like Lebanon, Iran, Saudi Arabia, but they're looking for a better life, so they say. And the majority of them are, excuse me a second, the majority of them are, as I told you before, from Muslim factions. ISIS said that they blended their fighters in with migrants. More than half of the fighters, or the migrants, are Muslim ISIS members, or they're from Al Qaeda, or they're from the Taliban, you name it, from different Muslim factions. But nonetheless, they are very devout Muslims. They follow the Quran to the T, even right down to the point that says, kill the infidel if they reject Islam. Now, this girl made a point as to how Germany's basically not the same. Germany's collapsing. Because she said that at night, the city of Germany, many German cities used to be lively, full of people, but now it's dead. It's like a ghost town, and it's just nothing but migrants, Muslim migrants. And they're not just Middle Eastern, they're African. Like I told you this before, that they're different nationalities even before this happened. I told you I saw that in my dream, when the United States looked like a third world country. They're African, they're Asian, they're from Afghanistan, they're from Lebanon, they're from Iran, they're from Saudi Arabia. They're from all over the globe. All over the globe. And they're not telling you that. The rapes in Germany are out of control. They're out of control in Sweden and Finland, France, Norway, Italy, the UK, all over. Canada, the United States. They're out of control. And they're not covering it. The media is just turning a blind eye to it. And their own citizens are being treated like second class. So, for example, if there's a citizen that has a health condition and they need support, they won't get it. They'll give it to the Muslim migrant first. So, if you look at Germany from what it was before till now, it looks like a third world nation. It doesn't look the same. When I say third world nation, I mean like the beginning stages. It does not look the same. Same thing with Finland and Sweden and Italy and the UK, even Ireland, Scotland, Poland has Muslims in it as well. But it's not as bad as these other countries, because Poland didn't open their borders to the Muslim migrants. They made a very smart decision in that regard. Belgium is having a problem. It's out of control. It's to the point that a woman cannot go out on the streets, because if she does, she has to look over her shoulder at what Muslim migrant is going to attack her. Okay? Here in the United States, it's getting worse. Okay, the reason why I say that it's getting worse because even in my state, I see Muslims and they migrants a lot more. When I walk in the street, they be giving me, excuse my expression, these psychotic looks. Like in their heart, they're saying, why am I not covered? Well, you know what? I don't believe in their false God. So why should I wear a hijab rag on my head? The atmosphere, the environment is very different. It's very cold. There's misery everywhere. I don't know. It's the scariest thing to be without the love of Christ. You know, I'm so happy to have Jesus in my life. And I know that you are as well. But when you go out there, you get like this preview of what it's like if you did not have Christ in your life. That's how it feels out there. It's like there's this storm that's coming, that's brewing, that's coming. A storm of misery and suffering and perilous times. And I'm not trying to scare you or instill fear in your heart, but that is what Jesus Christ prophesied in the Word. And we were going to see these times. The people in Europe are suffering. And it's only the beginning, and it's going to get worse. Europe is collapsing. So is the United States. Our borders are open. They're not telling you that more than 1/3 of the population of the United States is unemployed. They're not telling you that the elites are going to have an emergency meeting concerning the economy. That's not good. They're not telling you that we are in the escalated portion of World War III. About these different diseases popping up, there's actually more than what you're being shown and revealed. You're not being told the entire truth. You see, Satan will only give you bits and pieces. And in those bits and pieces of truth, there's a lie coiled up into it, like an onion. Okay? The outer layer seems true, but then when you get to the center, there's that one piece that is a deception. That's how Satan is. You're not being told everything. Christians are being censored for what they say. I told you about my experience. I told you about how watchmen are emailing me, messaging me on Facebook, sending me text messages that they are being censored, followed by the government, and watched. That there are 22, they say, training camps for ISIS in this country, but there's actually more than that. We're talking hundreds. That ISIS, Muslim and Islam is here. The people of the United States, I don't know why you are not awake. I don't know why you are not doing anything. I don't know why you are letting this tyrannical government trample all over your rights. I don't know when you're going to wake up. But the Constitution says that if the government violates your rights, and if they gain too much power, like they're doing now, they're trying to overstep the boundaries with the state, that becomes a tyranny. It's no longer a democracy. That if this government becomes a tyranny, the people can rise up. You have that right. And I don't know why you are not waking up to what's going on. Your rights are being stripped. Your country's being taken apart from the inside out. The decision that this president is making to open up the borders and to dismantle major intercontinental ballistic missile systems and tracking devices that are supposed to monitor any incoming flights meaning from fighter jets from foreign nations or weaponry. He deactivated that. Cutting the military in this dangerous era, vetoing this president, this big-eared president, vetoing, and that's Obama, a bill that's supposed to upgrade the United States military. He's taking this country apart on purpose, and I believe that Jesus Christ is using Obama to do that because the United States turned their back on God. What I don't get is why you people don't do anything to protect your own, your household. Things are not good out there. Now, this part is to the believers in Christ. You might be frightened. You might be scared. But Jesus told me He will protect you and you will know what to do because He will direct your path. But what's happening with the United States is not going to stop. It's going to get worse. It's dangerous. You cannot even walk out your door and just take a breath of fresh air. This world is not how I remember it, and it's certainly not a good place to raise kids. These are the last days, and Jesus said that these times were coming, and they are here, and it's just the beginning, and it's getting worse. When that girl in Germany was pleading for the government of Germany to protect the women and children, for the men to rise up and do something about these Muslims, I saw that girl's heart. That girl was crying inside. These are the times that we're living in. I don't hate all Muslims. In fact, I don't hate any Muslims at all. I just hate the sin. I love the sinner, but I hate the sin. I have some Muslims that email me, and I'm not going to give out any names, and they say that they're questioning their faith because of the ideologies about kill the Jews and Christians. They say that they were taught that Islam is not violent, that Muhammad supposedly embraced all religions. But that's not true. And then when they pick up the Quran and they read where it says kill the infidel and kill the Jewish people, they feel lied to. They see everything that's going on around them and they can't understand. Now, I'm not saying all Muslims. These are just a few small number of Muslims that email me asking questions. They can't understand why their supposed Muslim brother or sister is terrorizing others and raping others. These are the few Muslims that I've had conversations with that are questioning their own faith and that no longer believe in their own faith. So they come to me for questions, and I tell them to seek the counsel of God, which is Jesus Christ. And they ask me questions. Who is Jesus? And I explain the gospel to them. And then I tell them to seek confirmations on their own, and they have. And what did that do? It opened their eyes to the violent cult Islam is. And to the fact that Jesus Christ is the truth, the light, and the way. We are living in the last days. And I don't know if you noticed, but it is really, really dangerous out there. And I'm not trying to put fear in you, but these are the last days. The Lord said the love of men will wax cold. They will become lovers of themselves. It's getting worse. You're not being told everything. You need to open your eyes and ask God for guidance. God meaning Jesus Christ. To show you everything that I'm being shown. Get your own confirmations from the Lord, ladies and gentlemen.